For the outside of my book, I used Cosmo Cricut paper, and again, you can use any paper you want. The possibilities are endless, we all know with paper. I used a lot of like the reverse side, so with my main piece that's going to go on the front here, I just used the opposite side of it for my lettering, and I actually used the negative instead of using the actual cutouts of the letter that I did with my Cricut. So I cut out the letters for the Cricut, decided to use the negative, and then just used another piece of the Cosmo Cricut paper to place over it. And I thought about having it like perfectly on there, but I want it to be really fun and funky, so I'm just going to have it offset a little bit and put that on top. So I thought all the patterns together would be really fun. And then for the girl on the book, I also used the opposite side of this for just the brown side. And instead of using the negative, I just actually used the letters for that one. So I'm going to just apply my paper using Zig two-way glue. Not sure if any of you ladies have used this, but it works great and comes in all different varieties. For anybody who doesn't know also, this glue is blue when it's wet, and then it turns clear when it's dry. So it's nice to know when you're working with it if maybe you need to go ahead and put more on, because it dries pretty fast. So I'm just going to apply the glue. Let's see, I'm going to do it this way. And just apply the paper. I made this little piece from Quickutz metal sheets, and I love them because they have an adhesive back, so you don't even have to worry about gluing or anything. They're already ready to go. And I ran it through the Cuttlebug using Tiny Bubbles Cuttlebug die. So I'm just going to take the metal sheet and put it in between the Tiny Bubbles embossing folder and put it in between. Run it through the Cuttlebug. This stuff is so amazing. I was so excited to pull it out and see how well it was going to emboss. And it's fairly thin, so it ends up giving a great look. As you can see, I just have it hidden behind the word Thrifty, and it pops out a little bit down at the bottom as well. So it doesn't overwhelm the page and doesn't stand out. You might not even really notice unless you take a close look. So I've added the embossed metal sheet first. So I'm just going to add my first piece of paper over the embossed metal. This is where I decided to go ahead and use one of the more like pen style glues, so I can get in between all of these little grooves. Just apply a quick coat and apply it over my other patterned paper. And after that, I just cut out, and just so you know, for these letters I use printing press, the printing press cartridge, and for the girl I used Basecamp. Actually, it ended up being 2 cartridges I didn't think I would actually use. I figured I would use more of like a girly font, and I just thought these were really fun. So there are a lot of cartridges that have fonts on there that you wouldn't necessarily think to use right away. I thought these little flowers were really cute, and it actually kind of matched the paper a little bit, so I just tore the edge off for my edging, and that way you have the straight edge and the rough edge. Now again, for my book I used the Cosmo Cricut line called Flip for Fun, and I would love to see somebody's work if they did this book in a different paper. It's so fun to see what other people come up with and what paper patterns they choose. So if you make one, please email me pictures of it at miranda@customcrops.com. I would love to see it.